Hello, welcome to part 3 of this series of videos where I am making these jars with the animal heads. I have them here in this video back from their first firing, their bisque fire. They survived, really no cracks or anything in them, so they are ready to be glazed. And I'm going to show you that process in this video so you can get a feel for what it looks like before and after, because it can look pretty different. Let's do it. I think the glazing process can be a little intimidating because the colors can be very different once they go through the process of being fired in the kiln. So I'll show you what I did, and there are some successful things and some not so successful things, and you can take those and practice on your own. I will say the Raven was probably the easiest. It was just painting it all black, and then I used this clear on spots that I wanted it to be shiny. So I wanted it to have a matte look, and then on the beak and on the eyes I wanted it to be shiny. So you see me put the glaze on that on there. But here with the bear, I do a technique that my teacher taught me in my current ceramics class, which is kind of like, it's called staining, and you water down the glaze and you really get it in those cracks. So it really does help bring out all that work that you put in your pieces. If you have something that has a lot of detail, you can do this where you do a darker wash and you get in all those cracks, and then you wipe away the excess, which you'll see me here do with the fox head as well. And then you paint over that, and you'll see in the end what kind of result it has. I think it's a really good way to add a lot of detail into a piece that you've worked on. Under glazes, as you see me using here, tend to look a little bit lighter than what the color will be in the end. So it is a bit of a risk, a gamble, on a piece you've worked on for a while. I was very intimidated by this process, and I learned a lot. Definitely will do some things in the future differently, but don't be afraid to try. You can see here how they look pretty chalky. They look a little bit lighter than what they end up being in the end. So this is what they look like prior to the kiln. I did end up dipping the bottom of these jars in a glaze that was at the studio, and you'll get to see what that looks like as well. So here they are, they're back from their glaze firing, and I'm just pleased, super pleased at how they came out. Obviously the dipping glaze on the bottom of the jar is it's unique. You get all these different lines and these different ways that the glaze has melted. I think it's super cool. I love the back of this bear. I wish it was on the front. The way that the glaze kind of ran was cool. You can see the shiny bits and the matte bits. I think it adds a lot to it. Yeah, thanks for watching these videos. I hope that it gave you some information watching the process. Here's a few other pieces I'm working on that I hope to show you in the future, and yeah, have a good one.